Hi everybody, this is Frank from Musto Wine Grape Company. Today we're going to be talking about oak and oak alternatives. Now the first thing people ask is, why should I use oak in my wine? Well, it imparts a wonderful aroma to the wine. It imparts a wonderful flavor to the wine. People do like oak and people don't like oak, but this is the best way to get it, is to hit it with some of our oak products. Now we also use oak to not just give us flavor and aroma, but it will tend to soften the wine. It will make the wine appear a bit sweeter where there really isn't any sugar in there. And that's both on the nose and on the taste. It also can be used to help hide some flaws. If you have a wine that's a little bitter on the finish, oak has done great things to soften that wine up and hide that flaw. Be careful when you do put oak in a wine to make sure that you do not over oak the wine. If you over oak a wine, there's no way to measure that. It's all based on your personal taste. You cannot pull oak out of a wine. The only way to fix it would be to blend it with a lower or non-oaked wine. So be careful with that. Now, there's different styles of oak. We have 3 different styles that are offered. We have French oak, American oak, and Hungarian oak. The French oak gives you more of a licorice, a spice, and a full mouthfeel, and it gives you a perceived sweetness on the wine. It's probably the more heavy and harsh of the oaks. When you get into the American oak, you're going to get a vanilla and a spice, you're going to get an aromatic sweetness, and you're going to get a little bit of a roasted coffee on the nose. The Hungarian will give you a vanilla and a cinnamon with a little bit of black pepper and chocolate. So they all give you different characteristics. It's your preference. Which one would you choose? It wouldn't hurt to do a little bit of a bench test to find out which one improves your wine the best. So we have 3 different oaks, and we also have different toasting levels that are offered on those 3 different oaks. We have a light, a medium plus, and a heavy toast. The light toast brings the fruit forward out of a wine. That would be something that we'd use on a Pinot Noir. The medium will give you more fruit dominance on it and a little bit more increased complexity. The medium plus, the fruit tends to mellow out and the spices become prevalent on those wines. And the heavy gives you a spicy, a dark chocolate, and a coffee characteristics. So we have to choose between the American, the French, and the Hungarian, and the different toast levels. And sometimes it can be a difficult choice for a home winemaker if they only have 6 gallons or 12 gallons that they're working with. They can't experiment as much as you could with larger volumes. Now we offer these in different formats. We sell them in powdered form. This powdered form is very quick to react with the wine. It's also used, we put this in during our fermentation also, but it can be used later on to finish up a wine. I use this before bottling if I need a little bit more oak in my wine once it settles down. So the oak powder is very fine, and one thing to remember about oak products, the more surface area that's on the product, the quicker it will oak. So because these are tiny little granules, the entire surface is exposed, you get a very fast reaction, so be careful with this. We also offer chips and cubes. These are like little chopped up pieces. These will give you a little bit quick results too, but not as quick as the powder. So these might go 2 weeks to a month, and you might have to pull if they become desaturated with the flavor. We also offer sticks and spirals. So, and I'm going to tell you what these are all about in a moment, but these sticks come with a drilled hole, and these spirals can also be put inside of something with a fishing line. So here's the thing, when we have chips and cubes, they're easy to put into a tank, and they're easy to put in to a large vessel, because we can either put them in a nylon bag or we could put them in a cheesecloth, tie them up with fishing line and throw them in and let them float, and then the line hangs out. But when we get into carboys and we get into demijohns and into barrels, we only have a small opening. So we have a couple products here. one stainless steel and one is plastic. And what we'll do with this is you take both ends come off, but one end stays on. The other end, we take it off, we fill it with our oak chips, our oak cubes, whatever we like, whatever oak we're looking for, whatever toast level we're looking for. We put the top on with the fishing line, and this goes down inside the opening of the carboy, of the demijohn, or inside of the bunghole of a barrel. So this is a great tool because when you pull it out, you can move it to another carboy, or if you're completed with it, you just take it apart, throw away your wood chip, wash it, and you're ready to be used again. So these will last you forever. We have different sizes, and we have both stainless steel and plastic. So these are great for anything like that. The sticks and the spirals are also good for small openings, say in a carboy, because you could drop this down inside the opening, hang out the fishing line, and when it's all done, we just pull it out, and we can move it over or we can dispose of it. Don't take these out, leave them somewhere, and then use them days later. Now you're talking bacteria. So if you want to reuse it and it still has an aroma on it, pick them out, put them in another container, and they'll be fine. So spirals and sticks are a good choice. This is a bag of cubes that, again, you could end up putting the cubes inside of the tube, or in a tank, you could end up putting it into a bag and dropping it in. So the last step you'd want on oaking your wine is to step it up and go into barrels. If we go into a barrel, we could help you choose your barrel, prep your barrel, and how to use and clean your barrel. So this takes it up a different level. If you're making a decent amount of wine, barrels are a nice way to go too. So we hope you've learned today on oak and oak alternatives. We'll be having seminars every month and hope to see you then. Have a good day and enjoy your wine.